The Burgundy Storm Unleashed. A veteran champion could revolutionize our secondary, while the experts suggest getting rid of the running back who bleeds our colors. This is betrayal. And while we debate, our defensive line is suffering without an elite quarterback hunter. Explosive youth or proven experience. DC is on fire with these bombshells. The window for the championship is closing fast, and Quinn must decide now. This could be the week that defines our dynasty or condemns us to mediocrity. Are you watching it live, or will someone have to tell you about it? Subscribe now and be part of the Commanders revolution. This is incredible, Commanders fans. What are Dan Quinn and the Washington Commanders front office cooking up right now? Because a bombshell just dropped that could completely change the defensive outlook for the 2025 season. Can you imagine bringing a Super Bowl champion, a battle-tested veteran, into a locker room that already has championship aspirations? I'm talking about none other than Gilmore. Yes, the same guy who played under Quinn in Minnesota back in 2023. But wait, at 35 years old, can he really be the missing piece in Washington? Here's what I'll tell you. Never underestimate a gladiator hungry for glory. Let's break down the facts. Gilmore started 15 games last season, allowing a passer rating of 94.1. Is that spectacular? No. Is it solid for a cornerback who lined up against elite receivers in the NFC? Absolutely. Sure, the guy turns 35 in September. Is that old for a cornerback? Of course IT is. But here's my point. Who in the current market offers his combination of experience, physicality, and winning mentality? Nobody. Christopher Knox from Bleacher Report laid it out clearly. He's not a Pro Bowler, but he's a reliable defender. And listen up. Marshon Lattimore arrived in 2024. You know what else happened? We lost Benjamin St-Juste in free agency. Now let me ask you, do you really want to go into the draft desperately needing another top-tier cornerback? Or do you shore it up with a proven veteran and focus on other pressing needs? Dan Quinn knows him. And let me tell you something, back in 2023, Gilmore played in the very same defensive system Quinn is building here. And guess what? The guy was critical for the Vikings. But hold on, could this just be a move based on familiarity? I don't think so. Quinn isn't dumb. He knows there's zero room for error. If Washington is aiming for the Super Bowl, they need depth. And who better than a champion Super Bowl 53 with New England to mentor the young guys? Imagine Gilmore mentoring Emmanuel Forbes. This is more than a contract. It's an investment in culture. Now, the big question. Would you trust a 35-year-old corner on fourth down in a playoff game? I would, if it's Gilmore. The guy has 34 career interceptions, 2-time All-Pro, and ice in his veins in critical moments. Is there a risk? Of course there is. But what's the better option? Rolling the dice on an unproven rookie, or securing a legend who already knows the coach's system? And here's the final twist, Commanders fans. If this happens, Washington could use that first-round draft pick on a franchise quarterback, an explosive wide receiver, or a monster on the line. Pure strategy. But I'll leave this on the table. Is it worth betting on a veteran in the final stretch of his career, or should they go all in on youth and speed? Comment below. What do you think? Is Gilmore the secret ingredient for the Commanders' Super Bowl run? Commanders, are you really telling me this is serious? Because I'm here to shut this nonsense down. Bradley Locker from Pro Football Focus thinks the Commanders should trade Brian Robinson Jr. before the draft. Based on what, bro? I'm about to give you the unfiltered truth. They say his PFF grade has declined for 3 straight seasons. All right. But do stats really tell the whole story? Forget fantasy numbers for a second. Who was the guy closing out games in 2023 with pure bulldozer energy? B-Rob, who tore up his knee and came back in 3 months like it was nothing. B-Rob, you all know this guy plays with a fire that most NFL players can only dream of. Yeah, the numbers don't lie. 34 missed tackles forced in 2024. And that's a bad thing. That's more than Christian McCaffrey had in his rookie season. But here comes Adam Peters with just 5 picks in the draft. And now they're going to sell low on a running back who's costing less than a Starbucks coffee. Robinson is making less than $1 million this year. What team is giving up a day 3 pick for an absolute tank on a discount like that? Now, let me ask, what's the real plan? Austin Eckler is 29 and has more injuries than a taco stand on a Tuesday. Chris Rodriguez Jr. is a raw talent, but still unpolished. If they let B-Rob go, are they really trusting a rookie to handle over 200 carries while Jaden Daniels is still learning to read defenses? That's insanity. Look, this draft class is deep at running back. I'll give you that. But how many of these rookies have the guts to block a 260-pound linebacker on third down? 0. Robinson isn't Christian McCaffrey. But guess what? We don't need him to be. He's the hammer in a team that wants to build through the trenches. And don't come at me with market value. If a team offers a 5th rounder for him, is Adam Peters seriously going to give up a locker room leader for a pick that might not even see the field until 2026? Not even Brooklyn would make that kind of deal. Listen up, Commander Nation. This is B-Rob's prove-it season. He's 25 in a contract year with a QB like Daniels who's going to open running lanes with his legs. Trading him now would be like selling Apple stock in 1990. And now, the question that's going to burn up the comments: would you cash in on Brian Robinson Jr. for a draft pick, or keep him as the heart of this ground attack? The team has a crucial decision to make. Stick with the explosive but inexperienced speed of James Pierce Jr. in the draft, or pull off a master move by trading for Trey Hendrickson, a proven quarterback hunter. But pay attention, this isn't just about football. It's a multi-million-dollar gamble. And as always, I'm bringing you the unfiltered truth. Look, Pierce Jr. just put up 7.5 sacks and 13 tackles for loss at Tennessee. The kid's a rocket. First step acceleration that leaves. Veteran offensive lineman choking on dust. But is that enough for a team trying to win the ring now? The draft is a lottery, people. And Dan Quinn doesn't have time for projects. He needs impact right now. So here's the question. Do you risk it with a rookie or bring in a contract killer like Hendrickson, who just put up 17.5 sacks? 5 more than Micah Parsons. But here's the catch. He's asking for $30 million a year, and Cincinnati wants a 2nd-round pick. Is it worth bleeding future assets for a win-now move? Here's the real problem. Dante Fowler bolted to Dallas, leaving a giant hole in the pass rush. Fowler was the soul of the defense. And now, without pressure, Jalen Hurts and Dak Prescott will shred US to pieces. Joe Witt Jr. needs weapons, but which kind? Pierce is pure speed, sure, but according to Lance Zierlein, his technique is raw. In the NFL, offensive tackles will eat him alive if he just relies on quickness. Hendrickson, on the other hand, has Jiu-Jitsu level hand moves. But he's turning 31 and wants a record-breaking deal. Would you pay $30 million for a pass rusher who could fall off in 2 years? This is pure strategy. Adam Peters already made master moves bringing in Debo and Tunsil. But did he forget that Quinn's defense thrives on pressure? Here are the cold numbers. Last season, 40% of our sacks came from Fowler. Without him, this defense crumbles. Pierce might be his successor, but he's a gamble. Meanwhile, Hendrickson is a safe bet. But at a Lamborghini price, is it worth burning draft capital when that 2nd rounder could be used to strengthen the secondary instead? And now, my verdict. Commanders, listen up. If you truly want to win the Super Bowl in 2025, Hendrickson is the move. A proven winner, hungry for a ring? But watch that contract. Pierce fits Peters' vision: young, hungry, cost-effective. But do you want certainty or desperation? Because if Dan Quinn doesn't get pressure, this defense will get exposed. And guess what? In the NFC East exposure, Comeys at a heavy cost. What would you do? Smash the panic button for Hendrickson or trust the process with Pierce? Commanders, the big question of the day, is Stephen Gilmore really the final piece that will take this team straight to the Super Bowl? But there's more fire in the air. Would you trade Brian Robinson Jr. for a promising draft pick? Or is his toughness and determination non-negotiable for this new era? Let's be clear, is Robinson the heart of this offense, or is the price too high to turn down a deal? And now the blazing debate. Should we go all in on a veteran like Hendrickson, or bet everything on the raw talent of young guys like Pierce? Do we want loyalty or immediate results? This is your call, Commander Nation. If you want epic debates, unfiltered analysis, and all the news that will shape this team's future, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This is not just a channel. This is the home of the faithful, where every voice matters. Are you ready to shout for glory together? Drop your comments, share this, and until the next Commander battle. And remember, hail to the Redskins.